Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I'm a second-year mentee. My mentor is Alex Berg. My piece is a letter to a friend of mine who left my school in January, and I haven't really seen her in months. And I think maybe I'm reading it more for myself than you, but it's something I have to say, so. Dear Aurora, I love you, and so I am letting you go. I love you no less in saying this. In fact, maybe I can love you more freely now that I can say that I am not responsible for you. I cannot help you. I'm not even near brave enough to call you because I'm afraid of the gaping silence at the other end of the line. I don't know where you are. Maybe you're in school, maybe you've dropped out, maybe the person who said you have 2 jobs right now was right, and maybe that's a good thing because maybe you're not living at home. This past Sunday, I interviewed a lady who dropped out of our high school in 1999, got her GED, then graduated from Columbia more than a decade later. I talked to her until 2 in the morning about this school as it was 20 years ago and this place that it is right now until she had to leave because she had to go to work the next day and I had to go to school the next day too. But I keep thinking about it, about what it meant, about how it was as if I had spoken to another version of me and you and Landon and Mark, the same us, but a generation before us. What do you remember of this school, Aurora? What of this place do you carry with you? In 10 years, will you have graduated from college? In 20 years, will a new version of me interview the older you, asking how you dropped out and what that meant for you? Or will you move far away and cut ties from this place the same way you changed your name and cut ties from your family, and will you forget about me, and will I forget about you, and will we have been 2 specks of dust that just happened to chance upon each other for a small blip in time? I'm asking you these things because Gene is dropping out at the end of this year. I know you were worried about him before you left. He's 14 and says he's homeschooling next year, but we all know what a joke that is because home is why he's dropping out. He can't do his homework at home. You knew that better than the rest of us. I tried to ignore it until I couldn't just ignore it, and then I realized I'd fucked up and it was too late, and maybe he'd just given up. Just like when I was talking to Jay the other day and I asked her about her mother, and then it wasn't until afterwards, after she'd overdosed on sleeping pills and ended up in the hospital, that I realized that maybe I'd fucked up. And it's just like when you were here and I said nothing and you were here and I didn't say anything and I didn't realize how much you were hurting until you'd left. So many of my friends are graduating this year and I'm supposed to start thinking about where I want to go after senior year, and it's weird because it means I'm also thinking about this school and how it's shaped me, and all I can say is that this place owns pieces of me that I don't think I could ever let go. Because this school is where I met you. And this school is where I met Gene. This school owns pieces of myself that I cannot give you because you are no longer here for me to give them to. I want to do better for Gene than I was able to do for you. I'm afraid I feel responsible for Gene. Not responsible for Gene in some big grand way in which I must save a boy that does not need saving, but responsible in the way a friend cares for a friend, and a Korean girl cares for a Korean friend, and a person cares for those who have made us who we are. But also Gene will leave too, like you. Except I'm hoping this time he will keep in touch, or this time I will be strong enough to keep in touch. If not, though, maybe one of us will be strong enough to circle back one day, later in the future. The way the lady who dropped out of our school got in touch with me so many years later. But also, maybe we meet each other, and maybe we walk away, and maybe we're all just memories and impressions of each other, and maybe that's okay.